All right, hello, Anson Garcia with Tier 2 UCC Engineering, and today I'm going to be showing you the Android Jabber client, or the Cisco Jabber Android client. Now, if you don't know already, Cisco is kind of unifying their clients and the underlying technology over to XMPP based on their acquisition of Jabber last year or a couple years ago, I forget. Anyway, so in the future, we're probably going to hear, Jabber client for PC, Jabber client for Mac, Jabber client for tablet, and Jabber client for iPhone, Droid, BlackBerry, Nokia. So they're kind of unifying them under one name and kind of using the same technology also. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to start from the top, and let's take a look at the icon first. Okay, there's the icon right there, and this is downloaded from the Droid Market for free. And then we have on top here, I can see my little reel there. That's my MWI. Basically, I have a voice message, and if you look back here, you can see that my MWI is on my IP desk phone. And then I have that little gray phone icon there. Gray meaning it's registered, red would be not registered, and then green meaning I'm on the phone currently, or using the IP or the Jabber client. Okay, so my setup here is basically the way I have this thing registered is like an enterprise would have it registered on-prem. So I got 802.11 Wi-Fi network, and my Droid is connected to my Wi-Fi network here, simulating an enterprise, and then that's how I'm connected, or that's how my Jabber Cisco client is connected. Alright, so let's take a look at the client. A little swipe there identifies that my client is running, and I also have my MWI message there that I have one voice message. You can see that I have one voice message in the back too, so it's same as what I have on my phone there. Alright, let's go. I can select the client. We'll go right into it. I'm going to start from the top. So the first thing on top I have is the directory search. So we have LDAP integration, and then I can just choose that, and my keyboard, my Android keyboard comes up, and I can search my directory. I also have a list of my most recent searches, and then if I click on that, I get Mr. Jack Sparrow's numbers. Now, of course, if he had more numbers, they would be displayed there. And then I get the ability to add him to my local Android or my local Droid contacts, which of course are my Gmail contacts. Alright, go back and we're going to go down. We have call, voicemail. So unlike the mobile client for the iPhone, which has visual voicemail, this one only has call voicemail. So only you can, 2E interface, calling the voicemail and deal with your voicemails that way. I have dial options. So this is interesting. I can always use my work number. So if I'm registered, if my client is registered, always use my work number to dial a phone, or always use the Jabber client, in other words, to make my phone calls, and use my enterprise UCCaaS and SIP trunking to make my calls. Select per call, or always use my mobile number, or use the cellular number on my phone to make calls. Alright? Okay, going down further, I have my dial pad icon, I have my contacts icon, and I have my most recent. Now these are all integrated with the the Droid application. So if I push recent, I go to my Droid recents. Alright, and it's pretty tightly integrated with Droid also. If I go to my Droid dial pad and dial a number, it'll ask me also if I'm registered, if I want to use my mobile, my work number and mobile number, depending on how I set up my dial options there. Okay, and then I have some other things. I have my settings down here. I can go into settings real quick. I have my general, I have my accounts. This is my this is the account that's connected to Call Manager. That's where my credentials are and things. My directory, my LDAP credentials, and things like that are there. And then I have help, which is neat. They have this video start guide, which is very helpful. FAQs, troubleshooting, things like that. Okay, so let's see how this thing works. I think that's all I was going to show you there. I'm going to go off screen over here and make a call. Okay, you'll see my IP desk phone is calling. It's a call from Davy Jones. And then I also see here, I'm getting a call and I get the DN, so I don't get the name for some reason, not sure why. Okay, I'm going to accept that call. I'm going to go on mute. Go on mute on this phone too. And then we'll take a look at the features that are available here. So we can see the icon has changed, right, to green. And then I put this phone on mute, so it's signifying that I'm mute here. And then I have my call ID. I have on hold. I have more and keypad. I have my speakerphone and mute buttons. Okay, so let me take a look at more first. Here we can use our enterprise features to add a call, so conference in somebody. I can transfer, and then I can use mobile network. So using mobile network, that is the button that will transfer from my Cisco Jabber Wi-Fi client over to my cellular network and use my cell phone number. Alright, I'm going to show you how that works just in a second here. Let's go back, and what I want to show you now is if I wanted to transfer transparently from my cell phone over to my desk phone, all I have to do is put the call on hold here, and that goes on hold. I can go ahead and resume if I want to, but what I'm going to do is go back here and show you that my call state has changed. And I see I got a gotta choose that line first. Sorry about that, I had another line chosen. And I see that I can resume the call, so I'm going to resume there. And on mute. So now my Davy Jones is connected to my IP desk phone. Alright, now if I want to move that back over to my client, okay, now for you technical guys, this is kind of odd, or you just kind of think of it a little bit when your cellular, when your Jabber client is registered, which we know that it is because the icon is gray. My single number reach feature or my mobile connect feature is disabled. So in other words, the way you set this up in UCCaaS Communication Manager is you give it a mobile identity and you do a couple of things there. So when you use your mobile connect feature and the mobile phone that's your remote destination, that mobile phone, you don't want that mobile phone ringing right when the client itself, the Cisco Jabber client, is registered. So there's a couple of things you do there, but what's neat about it is pretty easy to set up, and it's basically a mobile identity feature that you turn on, and you do your mobile connect feature a little bit differently in the system. So anyway, let's go back to this phone. All right. Now over here, if you're familiar with the other videos or familiar with Mobile Connect, we do the same thing. So we're repurposing the same single number reach Mobile Connect button, and there it is. And then I send call to mobile phone. Now you remember with Mobile Connect, it's actually rang the cell phone, the cellular phone. But again, it's aware of the cellular phone having a Jabber client, and is going to ring the Jabber client and not the cell phone. Okay, so I'm going to select send call to mobile phone, and if we look here, we got an incoming call, and it's the Cisco Jabber client that's ringing in, not my cell phone. Okay, now the call, mute that. Okay, now the call is back on my cell phone. Okay, and I have all those features available to me that I showed you a second ago. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you, this will kind of tie it together, how this Mobile Connect feature, single number reach, and the Jabber client when it's registered kind of works. Okay, I'm going to end this call here. So we've dropped that call, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate that I've moved off network. Alright, I'll turn off my Wi-Fi is what I'm going to do, and then we're going to see that the mobile client is red now, so it's not registered anymore. So this is just like I would move off-prem. Alright, if I don't have any VPN or anything like that on my phone, obviously. Okay, now I'm going to do the same call. Okay, now what it's going to do, ring my desk phone, it's also going to use my single number reach and mobile connect feature. So now my cell phone is ringing, not the Jabber client, my cell phone. Alright? And there we go. So that's how that works together and is aware of your mobile identity being either on-prem, or if you want to call it on-prem, off-prem, or connected to the network or not connected to the network. And then from here, obviously, we have the same mobile connect features where I can end the call here, and then I can resume the call back here. Okay, I can do that back and forth. Okay, the only other thing I wanted to do is show you how to move that phone over to the mobile network. I'm not sure if I showed you that or not. Okay, once my WAN is up, or my Wi-Fi is up here, I should get a registration on my and there we go. So we're registered now. So I'll make another call here. Going to accept it. Now I'm using my Cisco Jabber client. And I'm just going to go more. And I'm going to select use mobile network. And you can see this is moving over to my cell phone. I think I showed you that before. I just want to show it to you one more time. And I wanted to make sure that the ring option was not something quirky. Alright, so hopefully that's of some use to you on how the Cisco Jabber Android client works.